Okay, so in order to add a new product into the system, you have to log in through the backend panel and then go to products. Once you bring up the product listings, you can hit add new product. But actually, sorry, take that back. The best solution to do instead of hitting add product, you want to do the drop down, which is the little cursor right there, and we want to do a reservation product. Now, you may at some point have consumable products or products that don't need to be returned, but if it is a product that's going to need to be a reservation, you'll need to make sure that you specify the product as that. So, all the ones that we added in currently, chairs, all that, they need to come back. So, they are reservations. So you'd hit reservation, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process of entering all the information in that I imported in earlier. So you've got your measurements, your finishes, the search SKU. So the search SKU is going to be the SKU that you guys identify the product as. There was a lot of duplications in that document that you gave me, so I just added a number in front of them. And then, so you'll just add in, that number. The finishes is, black, uh, wood, and measurements are 5 by 4 by 19. So then you come in here and pretty much, um, you're not going to have a price for the product. It's free to rent out. And then the period, so you can set period times. So you could say like 7 days. But in the particular case of the mock-up, I don't think we set any dates. So it's basically they will reserve it for the dates that they want it for that amount of time period. Um, then you would select what kind of partner it is. Um, so if you run into this and you need to add a new partner, I will show you at the end of this video how to do that. But let's just say it's West Elm. Um, you'll want to make sure the rental product type is a reservation or calendar. The product name, so test. Um, do you use serial numbers? Yes. Product use time, times disabled. Um, we'll just leave that. And then you would add, depending on how many quantities you have. So if you have four, you're going to want to add the four serial numbers for that product so that the barcode can be scanned in. So you'll probably already have the barcodes already set up and ready to roll. You'll probably just do a mass print of multiple barcodes, and then when you get a product in that you're going to add, you'll just add that next number to it. So I believe in my particular case I showed before was 7 digits. So we'll do, you know, so there's that serial number, and then if you were going to do two, um, you could do one of two things. So if you have the barcode scanner already set up, all you have to do is just put the cursor over top of it, scan the label, and when you scan the label, it'll automatically put that barcode number in. Okay. All right. So we've got those two items in there. Um, as we keep going down, we'll want to add it to the category that we're looking for. I will also show you how to add a new category, but let's just say this is I didn't get rid of the show all. I'm not sure if we want that, but which basically show all the products. But in this particular case, you could select that, or you could select the show all as well. You'll see it adds it up there to right here. Um, and then in content, if we wanted to add additional item content to the short description, that's the one that shows right below the product name. So let me show you what that is. We don't currently have anything in there, but if at some point you want to add information in there, we can. Um, so in the particular case of a short description is going to show up right here. Okay. Long description is going to show up right above the more information. So in the particular case for the regular description is this right here. Both of these have editors, so what you can do is you can insert images and as well as create just you turn it into almost like a Word document at this point. So all the formatting and everything will stay. So you could say test, and you could put a couple spaces. You could say test again. You could highlight this, and then if you were going to do bullet points, you could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now when you switch this back, you're going to see that it's going to have HTML in it. So you can see right there. So you don't need to know how to code. Should be easy enough on that aspect. So you could make columns and all kinds of stuff. Attributes, we're not going to use any of that as of right now until you guys decide on whether you want to. This looks like some stuff that was brought over with the existing system. So we don't have to use this, but if you need to add additional content to the products so that you guys can better use it, I can add in all of that. It's pretty simple and straightforward from a dynamic aspect. So like for example, I did add that search SKU, and that is searchable on the front end. So if someone's looking for a specific SKU, then they'll be able to, if you have duplications, it's okay. It'll show both products then. So once we get past that, you'll have images. So the images are real easy to add in. All you do is just hit browse, and then we'll go to, you'll have like a steelcase folder with all of your images in it. And let's see here. And we could just say this is the image that we want to add in. Preferably, JPEGs would be the best. And file sizes, if you're taking a picture with it, you'll probably be okay, but right around 1,000 pixels in width and height would be great. And you can see this one's 1,500, so that's perfect. That's a good size, as you can see when it zooms in. And then pretty much everything after this, we can pretty much leave out. There's additional rental information here. I don't believe you guys need to add this. There's a lot of information, a lot of custom stuff that goes along with the rental software that you guys are using. So, like if people wanted to buy the product out, there's just, different types of store times, when they can come and pick it up, all that stuff. None of that is really going to be needed on your aspect of things when you're adding stuff in. So now, should be able to hit save. Once it's done adding all that in, you're going to have to give the system a little bit of time for it to show up on the front end. There's an indexing process, but I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick just so you can see what the product looks like on the front end. So now we've got the test product sitting out in the front. And you can see here's the short description that I added in there. And here's the search SKU. I can remove that if you want me to, or I can name it different. But anyways, you get the gist of it. So let's say you want to add or subtract a category, or let me just show you that really quick. So here's all the categories. So you can do one of two things. You could create a new category, or you could change an existing name of a category. You can do basically anything you want within the category section. So you can add content to the category. So at the top of the header, you could add in content talking about the category. You could add you can add images. It doesn't really format very well, but here's really how you can make changes to the name. You can exclude it from the category menu. Basically what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go back through all these, I'm going to exclude them from the top menu, um, and then I'll manually add them in on the left hand side, like we discussed. So these quick links here. So you can see these are the existing old quick links. I'm going to add the new ones in the order that we see here. Um, Now, if you wanted to add, one of the things that I had specified when we were adding the new products in was the um, uh, vendor, if I recall, if that was what it was named. Just one second. Yeah. So all attributes are underneath stores, and then you'll come into this section called attributes. Now, attributes basically allow you to add additional fields into the product area. Um, so, um, so it wasn't vendor, it was partner. So in the particular case of partner, um, we have it set so that you have a drop down so that we're not misspelling anything, and that if someone searches for that specific partner, they'll all show up. So if you need to add a new partner in, all you need to do is just hit, so you come into stores, product, and then you'd search out the partner, and you can see this is a drop down, and you can come down here and you can hit add new, and you can specify the new item. If you want to sort it differently, you just kind of just find this little spot right here, the little the box, the sort options, and you can just drag it to where you want it to fall into place. This should be in alphabetical order right now, so if you want to keep that going, you just, so the new one would go right there. There's additional attributes. So in the particular case of the partner and the search SKU and the other ones that you see showing up on the front end, um, there are, so here's the label, partner with a capital P, and then the front end properties. This allows you to, do you want it to be in the search? So if you keep adding a bunch of attributes and they're all searchable, the search results become a little bit, there might be more results. So keeping that condensed to the SKU and maybe the product name, that sometimes works best. As we continue to roll down this way, you'll see in this particular one we wanted it to show up on the product page, so we allow HTML tags on the front storefront, and then we visible on the product pages on the storefront. So both of these, if you enable that, you'll see it like we do on the test version. We'll see it right down here. So if you enable that, you'll see where partner comes up, West Elm work.